Hi, I'm Alan Kohler and I'm talking to Arthur Naomides, who's the founder and CEO of DomaCom Limited. Now, Arthur's designed a fractional investing platform that allows investors to get exposure to property without having to borrow to buy the whole property. Now, as a shareholder of DomaCom, I'm obviously keenly interested in your business. Why don't we start with what is fractional investing?
Basically, it is a process of breaking up properties into bite-sized chunks for investors, but doing so in a legal structure that protects them.
So how does the system work?
Like-minded investors pull together to participate in what we call a book build, otherwise known as syndication, so that they can raise the funds to acquire property. At the end of the process, DomaCom, on successful purchasing the property, takes the title of the property and puts it under the ownership of perpetual corporate trustees as custodian for the fund, and then we proceed to manage the property.
Is the property then rented out?
Yes, we appoint a commercial property manager who finds a tenant if one's not already there, and we collect the rent exactly as would normally happen. And the only difference is that on collecting the rent, we then stream it to investors in proportion to their ownership.
So who chooses the properties?
Well, investors do, either directly in terms of via the system or via the media, or more than likely they also may hire a buyer's advocate to select a suitable property that would meet their investment objectives.
So in a sense, it's like a syndicate, is it?
Yes, yes. It's a modern form of syndication, except it comes with obviously additional corporate governance and legal protections. In our model, we have several methods of getting out.
So it's not like owning a horse or part of a horse?
Well, no. This is a real investment.
And how long does the sub fund go for?
Every sub fund has a 5-year term. At the end of 5 years, all investors vote to either renew it or not. The minimum to participate in a DomaCom fund is $20,000, but at a particular book build or a syndication process, it's $2,000. So it's $20,000 to become a participant in the fund. Having put your $20,000 into the fund, you can then choose to put $2,000 in 10 individual sub-funds if you wish.
So with $20,000 I can spread my risk even further. I can put as little as $20,000 into residential property, and then I can spread that among at least 10 others.
In any other investment class, you would never put all your investments into one investment. You'd never put it all into one stock like BHP. You'd spread it. Well, why don't people do the same thing for property?
Well,
they
because they can't, because you have to buy the whole thing, right?
Well,
and if you've only got $500,000 to spend, you're stuck with buying the whole property wherever it might be.
That's exactly why we're here.
So how do we get started, Arthur?
Well, you go see your advisor.
Do you have to go through an advisor?
As you can appreciate, this is a very, very new type of managed fund structure. In fact, it's unique in the world. And one of the restrictions that we have is that investors must go through an advisor to ensure that this is appropriate for them.
Thanks, Arthur. Now there you go. DomaCom's worth a look if you want to expose yourself and your clients to property investing.